Hello everyone, welcome back to a new tutorial. Today we are going to be making this journal folio called Easter Spring. So this folio is like a combination of spring flowers and Easter rabbits and birds. So here are the final pieces that are included in the kit. I've used like 180 GSM paper for all of these ephemeras and the main panels, everything. And I've also printed on the back for all of these pages. First, let's start prepping. That is I'm just going to fold along these lines and cut out this window that I'm showing over here, this blank window, and I'm just going to fold along all these lines. I'm just using my this little scoreboard and folding along these lines. Here we have it. I have folded along the lines and I have also cut out that window that you see. Those will be the front flaps, and this is the main panel that I have over here. This is going to be the main panel, and these are the front flaps with those windows. What I want to do first now is use like this fabric that I have and cover up this window. You can use like a transparent sheet of just a transparent sheet to cover up this window, or you can use like this fabric like what I've done over here, but I'm just using this tape and sticking it to the page. Here you go, this is how it is going to look. These are going to be the front flaps. This is the main panel, and I'm just inking the spine a little bit more. And what I want to do is attach these front flaps to the main panel. Before that, I am just going to trim out a little bit so that it closes more properly. I want like the closure to be a little better, so I'm just going to trim it a little bit so that I can apply glue and complete the entire window look. here. So I've already written on the instructions like which one goes top and which one goes bottom, and I want like a side pocket so that I can insert like a tag from the through the side, which means I'm going to glue on those two sides that I'm showing. So this is how it's going to be. I'm just going to apply glue on the top of this one and on the left side so that I have like a right side pocket. You get the idea. And I'm going to repeat the same for the bottom flap also. I'm going to apply glue on the left side and on the bottom and close it. So now again I have like a right pocket over here. Now I am taking these two front flaps and I am going to glue them like so. So use that attachment flap to the inside of the panel A and just attach it like this. And then this page flap will be on top of it so that I can just hide those attached areas. I'm just curving the edges of this page flap. This is optional again. Here you go. I'm just applying glue to that attachment flap and going to the panel A, inside of the panel A, and just attaching it. Again, I'm using the same technique and applying glue to the top flap and attaching it inside the panel A. There you go. So this is how it's going to look on the front. So I'm going to attach this page flap and cover the entire attached area that you see over there. Here I have included like these little circles that I want to use them for the closure of this page flap. I'm just going to attach an eyelid and use a thread to close this page flap. So I'm just going to get that this part ready. I'm just using a pencil and marking it in about the center and punching it in. And I'm using an eyelet in the center. And I'm going to repeat the same process on the other side also. I'm going to use this thread, tie it on one side and use this for the the closure of this page flap. Now that we have the page flap ready, I'm just going to attach this entire thing inside the panel A. Just applying glue all over the area and going to stick this page flap on top. Just make sure that you have the right side, not to turn it upside down or anything. Just make sure that you have the right side and stick it on top. Here you go, we are done with this page flap over here. This is how it's going to look. This is the front. You open it up and you have these two side pockets, and again you have this page flap over here. I have this little pocket flap over here that I will be attaching it on the right side, that is the panel B. I'm just applying glue and sticking it together. And this one I want to attach it like this. Before that, I'm just going to attach it directly to this tall pocket that I have over here that will go on that area. So I thought that I can just attach it directly to the pocket, then glue the pocket on panel B. Much easier. So this is how it's been looking up until now. I've also included two more of these circles that I thought that I can use it to cover the front part of those flaps also. This I'm using the background papers from those cut windows. Just the leftover background paper that I'm just using that and making two more circles. So I want to use this circle to glue it to that flap itself, and use these smaller circles to tie up. Use a tie and in the middle and tie the flaps together. You will see what I'm going to do over here. So I'm using both of these circles together and punching in the hole and attaching an eyelet. Here, right over here, I'm just using the eyelet and punching it in. So now that I have this part, I want to glue the bigger circle onto the flap. That way I have a space between the bigger and the smaller circle, the larger and the smaller circle, and that space I can just use to use a thread to pass through that space and tie both of those the flaps together. Again, I'm using glue to stick that larger circle on the flap itself. Here you go, there you see I'm just using a thread and passing underneath that smaller circle and tying it together, and again using the same one to pass through this part of that circle and closing the flap together. So that's done. We are done with almost all of those preps and assembling. Here I'm just starting to add the pockets. So I've added those two pockets, the larger one and the brown pocket on the front of the folio. And I'm adding these two pockets over here. I'm just going to layer them inside the panel A, right over here, what you see. And panel B, we have already added that pocket, so that's done. I have this larger tag that you can add this pocket that corresponds to the tag. I'm just using the pocket to add it on the back of this tag because I like the flowers. I don't want to cover up those flowers, so I've just added the pocket on the back. And this small pocket that I am just going to add it to this tall pocket. So we are done with the pockets. Now let's move on to decoration. I'm just going to speed this part because it's quite easy. You can just use your use a lot of labels have been given, and you can just use all of these labels according to your wish. You can just decorate the entire folio. I have these two little fussy cuts that I am going to add it on the front of the folio. I'm just using some mesh cloth and adding this cute little fussy cuts on the front of the folio itself. I've also included some tabs that you can just use it to decorate the ephemera or the tags. And we are done. Here's the final reveal of this Easter Spring Junk Journal folio. I've included a lot of flowers, and it's got like vintage rabbits and bunnies and eggs. Very fun to make. And the background paper also, I really loved how the background paper turned out. It's got this very floral, it's got a really floral look. Just brings the spring vibes together. I've included the link for this folio in the description below. You can get that. And I hope that you have already got the free Daisy journal folio in my from my previous video. You can just check out. I hope that you like this video. You can follow me on Instagram. I will see you soon in another video. Bye bye.